Dungeons & Dragons, a world-building, role-playing game where your DM takes you on an adventure-filled quest. You're probably saying to yourself right now, Josh, all of what you just said made no sense. Well, don't fret, my friend. Me and my companions are here to show you everything there is to know about D&D. So, what is a DM?
Basically, DM, it is an anagram that stands for Dungeon Master. You are, in a sense, the storyteller. You create the world, you basically tell everyone what they can and can't do in the world, what's possible, what isn't. You create the rules, any kind of enemies they would run into, you set that up, you write the story. So, starting off, especially with new players, DMs are really going to help you make characters, and you kind of have to make characters based off of the rules they give you. You can basically control the entire party however you see fit. Like if they're trying to stealthily go around something, you can have them constantly be making stealth checks. There are hundreds upon hundreds of rules for D&D in general, but the only rule that really matters is there are no rules. The rules are what you make them.
So how are characters made?
Each player can make their own character, so they choose their race, which is like, I want to be an elf, or I want to be a dwarf. And you also choose your class, which is a wizard, or a fighter, or a barbarian, or a rogue. My favorite is a druid, because I like flowers.
I like nature.
Yeah. They can also shapeshift into animals though, which is really cool.
Okay, so how do you play your character? Like, what are the rules?
I would say there are no rules, but instead of rules, there are slight limitations.
It's more like guidelines.
But really, you can do anything you want. The DM allows. That's the key. One thing that makes D&D stand out from other role-playing games are your character stats. You have your 6 main stats, and then you have other stats that are based on that. You have your character sheet to help you remember those stats and to guide you on your rolling. Going back to building your character, so you basically pick the basics, and then your DM helps you with all the specifics of the stats, rolling for stats, and if you're also a magic user, then you also get to pick spells, and that's pretty fun. I've really only ever been a magic user, so I like magic.
I like pew.
I like
the pew.
It's pretty fun.
I like being
it.
intelligent and pew.
Yes. I just like being a druid. Anyway.
So what kind of character do you like to play the most?
More of the normal fighting types, I guess. I don't really get into the whole magic and spells thing.
Give an example of like what you would do as a non-magic user.
I will blindly run forward at whatever I think the bad guy is and just start hitting it. And I let all the magic people deal with the consequences. So they could cast a spell that, fixes something or heals me or someone else if they're important.
Yeah.
That's the fun of fantasy games. You can do kind of what you want.
Yeah. So what is a session?
Every week we would try to get together and plan out a certain amount of time that we're going to try to get through part of our campaign, like an episode in a TV show, right? So you pick up where you left off, and your DM will tell you, like, all right, you guys were here, now we're moving towards this, what do you want to do? And then as a group, we kind of just discuss, like, all right, let's venture off to this place, and we'll do that, and talk to them. The difficult part is just getting everyone together in one place at the same time.
For that amount of time.
and on a regular basis.
It is creating a fantasy world for your characters to live in, and coming together as a group to tell their story. And while there may be a lot of rules, the most important one is to just have fun.